Well, hello fellow crafters. It's Miss Darling in the studio. And before I get into anything that we'll be doing today, I want to tell you about something that's brand new. And if you guessed it's about butterflies, you would be right. I have a brand new DigiKit that's available in my Etsy shop, and it's full of exactly 257 butterflies. So let me show you real quick. There's 7 pages on 2 compressed zip files that you can download, and here's a page of kind of rust and brown and black and fall color butterflies, if you will. And here we've got a few more of those, but introducing a bunch of beautiful blue butterflies. Then we move into a green palette, just gorgeous. And then we've got a mauve pink palette here, mauve and blue together, with a few other colors splattered in there. Some vibrant yellows, browns, and some red. Just gorgeous. Really nice. Really nice. And then these, there's some pastels there that, will look good on a dark background, but on, just looking at it on this sheet, it's a little bit hard to see them, but except for these 2 down here. But anyway, there's 257 of them, and I hope you'll love butterflies as much as I do. It's one of my go-to ephemera categories, I'll say. I just love putting butterflies on everything, and I just think it's one of those things that most people appreciate, even men. And so I just love them, and they're sometimes can make all the difference in a presentation, a page, a tag, whatever it is that you're working to create. A butterfly is guaranteed to just lift it, and it's a beautiful focal point. I'll just put it simply, and you just can't do much better. Anyway, this kit is available for you to look over and decide whether it's right for you, and it'll be in my Etsy shop. The name of the shop is Miss Darling Arts, and you simply go to etsy.com. I'll put a link in the description box below to help you get there, and just look for the butterflies. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that. Okay, I just showed you a DigiKit of butterflies that I have available in my Etsy shop, and so now let's talk about ideas, ways to use butterflies in your crafting. So here's a little journal I made, and guess what? There's a butterfly on the cover. And nothing on the back, but let's see what's on the inside. Oh, a butterfly, a moth, another moth, I think it's a moth, a butterfly, a butterfly. You can see that's sort of the theme of this little journal. And we open it up, another moth, part of a butterfly, and 2 more butterflies. Okay, so you see I filled this little darling little, I don't know what you call it, it's not really a journal. There's really no place in it to journal. It's just a nice little keepsake, and I filled it up with butterflies. So I just love them. Here's a larger one, and again I'm using butterflies very effectively to help create the design. Placement is important. I'll talk about that. Let's see, we got one on the back too. to tie everything together. So let's see what we have on the inside. Oh, a butterfly stamp. And pages. And another stamp, a different one. I don't fill every page with a butterfly, but I do enough of it so that it kind of becomes a bit of a theme for whatever project I'm working on. Okay, so, you know, use them and use different sizes of them. Here's one, again, it's on the cover, but not on the back. So let's open this up. And here we've got some pockets with ephemera stuck in. Guess what? There's one with a butterfly. And what do these others have? There's a dragonfly and another butterfly. And 3 butterflies. I told you I love butterflies and I use them a lot. And I don't think you can have too many. And you want them in different colors and different sizes and flying in different directions. And what do we have over here? More butterflies. Yippee! And turn this page. And now we have a break, but we have some ephemera up here with more butterflies, of course. And it's just, and here's one with 3 dragonflies, and just really fun. And, you know, make it a theme. And just make sure you have enough of the right butterflies in the right color to, you know, pull it off. If you don't have very many, then it doesn't become a theme. And then here's another little journal similar to the other one. And of course, the eye instantly goes to the butterfly, not only because it's just colorful, but it's also where it's placed on the page. And it draws the eye in the direction that the butterfly is flying, so that's something you need to keep in mind. Where do you want to send the viewer's eye? And that's the only butterfly in this particular journal, but it has a very prominent place. Now here's a journal I made some while ago. It is a Japanese theme, but it also is a butterfly theme. So let's go through and look at some of the ideas in this. I've marked them with this green tag. So we'll remove that, and here's a tag. I make just hundreds of tags of all sorts and kinds and colors and styles. And you'll see butterflies on many of them, particularly if I feel it's appropriate, but also they're just great for using color to help balance a tag or whatever it is you're working on. Here's a double spread. By that I mean it's 2 pages, and it's not the center. Here's the center of that particular signature, which I thought was just beautiful. But it's leading up to all of that color. And you can see that there's 4 butterflies that I used in various types. The colors all blend with the overall double spread, and they're of course going into different directions. Now let me point something out. When you have a larger butterfly, you want to place it toward the bottom, and smaller ones tend to go up. When it's at the bottom, it becomes more the foreground. When it's small and placed toward the top, it recedes into the background, so you get this 3-dimensional feeling from your, not only the placement of them, but the sizes. So if it's small, think up, and if it's larger, think lower. In this particular one, this is a very famous Japanese woodblock print, but I had brought butterflies in as part of my theme, and so I wanted to kind of direct the eye and have something a little more interesting down here in the lower quadrant. And what better to do it with than a butterfly? And of course my quote up here, April's air stirs in willow leaves, a butterfly floats and balances. And so you see it all ties together. In this particular one, I had this beautiful image of Iris, and I like working in triangles for balance. And so even though the floral arrangement is an asymmetrical balance and looked great, I just thought I would add a colorful butterfly in there, directing your attention upwards. And so that's what I did there. And here, another woodblock print, and I just added, this is a little bit more like a dragonfly down here. I don't know what this is called, but I thought it was the perfect color, and I just love bringing this into the foreground, and then it makes Mount Fuji look even farther away. Here was another double spread, and of course there's butterflies everywhere. I have them up here in the stamps, and of course a large one here placed lower, a medium-sized one also placed lower, and then a couple of them. I maybe could have done something smaller there, but I had the space and I wasn't really particularly thinking about foreground and background in this particular spread, so it works for me. And it helps draw the eye around and back, and that's what you want to ideally achieve. It was another single page, beautiful flowers. Don't know what they're called. I'm not up on my flowers, but put a butterfly there, which color-wise helped bring a little bit more of the green in there, and just gave this the base that it needed with such a pastel image. Here I put a myriad of tiny butterflies around. The description says, describe plum blossoms better than my verses, while wordless butterflies. And this is a Japanese haiku. And a haiku is kind of a form of short poetry, usually 4 to 5 lines long. Anyway, so I added a bunch of small butterflies around, leaving room there for someone to journal. That was signature 1. Now we're into signature 2. And here's one of my little dangles there. And here we have a pocket with a couple of ephemera inserts, one of them being a tag. And you can see I added a butterfly to bring the whole design together. Another page with a different kind of pocket, and of course more tags. And here there's a cropped butterfly. Just because a butterfly is too big for something doesn't mean you still can't use it. And in this case, it's cropped quite a bit on this side and a little bit on the opposite side, but helps bring balance and direct the eye to where I want it to go. Here I added a butterfly, or guys, that might be a dragonfly. I added it, they're both stamps, and I added this to continue with my theme. another tag, this time with a small butterfly, just to add a little bit more strength to the base of the flowers and give it the visual support I felt it needed. These are 2 tags, but the butterfly is only on 1. Another woodblock print, Japanese woodblock print. Always, you know, Fuji is one of the most common subject matter of woodblock prints, and so I wanted a little more going on down here at the base of my page, and you guessed it, the butterfly. It's low, so it comes into the foreground, and then that pushes the mountain back even further in terms of its placement. Oh, I should say its perceived placement. It just makes it recede into the background even more. This is a page with birds and no butterflies. And here we come to another one with a tag with a small butterfly. So I hope you're getting the idea that butterflies can be used in a myriad of different ways. Another one added to a beautiful image of an asymmetrical orchid arrangement, and I just added that because I like triangulation, and that's what I was going for. And another one, very similar concept to the one I had earlier with the pastel flowers, and you know, so my butterfly is there to help draw attention upward into right here. And it helps balance the page vertically. You see, if my image covered the whole page, I might not do that. But the image only covers about 2/3 to 3/4 of the page. And if that wasn't there, then it kind of leaves the bottom area a little bit bland. And so you can overcome that by, you know, adding something there. It doesn't have to be a butterfly, of course. It could be anything, as long as it's color coordinated and doesn't take too much attention away from the main focal point. And lastly, here was another woodblock print. This is of a person reading a scroll, and I needed a little more interest going on down here because, again, my image does not fill the whole page, and so that just anchored it a little bit more and brought a little more interest down here. Okay, so I hope these ideas have been helpful to you. It gives you an idea of how you can use butterflies effectively, no matter what you're creating, whether it's a journal, a journalette, or some other product. You know, they're just a great resource that can really solve a problem, a design problem. It can add more color, can help you direct the eye in a way you want it to go, and a myriad of other things. And so I encourage you to make full use of such a great, very popular type of image. So, thanks for sticking with me and being here. I enjoyed having you, and please like the video and give a comment, ask a question, and that's it for now. This is Miss Darling calling this a wrap. Bye-bye.